Hello, everyone. It's been a few days after the full moon, and I don't know about you, but honestly and truly, I felt the next few days, or ever since the full moon, I have felt peace. Like that calm, gentle peace. And even during my job, which is stressful, and I have to deal with mostly people who are upset most of the time, it would be frustrating, and then as soon as I'd hang up, that sense of peace, that wave of peace would just come right back. So, and that's been for the past 3 days. It kind of waned a little bit today, but it's still there. That sense of that just calm and peace is here. So, I don't know about you, but it's been wonderful. Things that used to bug me would just maybe in the instant, and then it'd go right away. So I'm hoping it stays, but obviously things, they always change. But that's kind of where it was for me right after the full moon. And beforehand, I was very excited. I set the intention to reap the harvest of what I put in. And that may have been it. That may have been the answer. So, interesting times. And I feel like it's kind of that shift from the spring into the summer. Now it's going into the fall time, the harvest time. And that's too many. But I always ask for messages that kind of come through what they want me to say. And that's the first thing that popped up was how the full moon affected me. So I feel like if it's affecting me that way, it might affect you the same. And then, absolutely not. We don't fly out. So many cards. It was interesting. It was 6 of them in 3 pairs. Calm down. I haven't used this deck in a while. Alright, I'm going to put these back because that's too many. They're just crazy today. They have a lot to say. It's kind of one of those, ooh, I got a lot to say. That's what I'm feeling. Let me do that. The most important messages, please. What is the most important message? Okay, there's one. There's another. Anything else? Anything else? Nope. No, we're not doing that. Anything else? You can skip through that. If it gets too boring, I get it. I understand. I just like to show me shuffling so that you see that I'm not picking the cards. I don't like picking cards because it's not my cards. It's not my message. They are my cards. But it's not my message. So that's why I let them choose the cards. And it takes a while. Anything else? Alright. That'll be that. So, the things that I got 2 things that popped up. The first one for this deck, it's the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. Looks like this. We have Observer and Chaos and Conflict. Let's start with this one. This feels like it's going away. And the Observer, it's like, watch it blow away. And I don't know if you can see, but the zebra stripes are being shown, right? It's being covered like a giraffe, but it's not a giraffe. So that means the real you is about to be shining through. Everything that was covering you and hindering you and doing the conflict, everything that was blocking who you truly were is falling away, right? And it takes chaos and conflict and change to make the change to where who you're supposed to be. And it's telling you to let it happen, right? Be the observer. Don't try to fight it. Don't try to change it. Let it happen, because it's meant to be who you truly are, right? You're trying to shine through who you're meant to be. And Archangel Gabriel, for the 5th chakra, is the throat chakra. It is telling you to speak your truth, right? Now is the time to speak up for yourself. Speak the truth, even if it's something difficult. Say what needs to be said. If that's something that you have a difficult time with, I get it. I have a hard time saying my piece. A lot of times I'd like to keep the peace and just be quiet and not say anything. This is the time you need to speak up for yourself, because nobody else will. People are always going to look out for themselves. Yes, you have friends, you have family that are always looking out for you. But if you cannot speak up for yourself, then who really knows what needs to be said for you? So this is the time to speak up, and you'll be guided, you'll be helped. You know, messages will come through that need to be said at the time. And then Sanctuary. Find the peace, find your tribe, find the people. And it's that peace. This is that calm that I'm feeling. It's just, that's what it feels like for this card. I always like getting this because it's home, right? None of these characters look like they meant to be together. The bear, the hare, it's almost like from the Mad Hatter and the fox. They don't look like they belong together, but they're the tribe. They're who you're meant to be with. And it's that's union, that coming together without bringing that peace. Interesting. At the bottom, what we are striving towards, or what we're pushing towards, is a 10 of Cups. That happiness, fulfillment, joy, the happily ever after, at the end of the book. So whether you can start a new beginning. This family, they have a baby, so it's a lineage, right? It's not just them, and they're leaning up against a tree that's been there for centuries, right? All the cups are filled. There's a rainbow in the background with a calm water, like a hill or like a lake. It's, even if you don't have a family or you don't want children, it's the emotional bliss, right? That's what we're reaching for. That's what we're trying to achieve. The Page of Cups is saying there's something coming in. There's going to be an offer made that may be a small offer in the very beginning, but it's going to be leading to more. Because that fish jumping out of the cup is more. It's plenty. It's abundance, right? So this offer that may seem very small feels like it could be leading to more. And then you have the 6 of Swords. You're going after it. You're going towards it, right? You're leaving the choppy waters behind you. All that chaos and conflict, you're leaving it behind you because you're making a choice to leave it there. It's your decision. And then these 3 that came up together, that upside down. Shoot. What it is you're going towards is that 9 of Pentacles, a life of luxury. It's the mini Empress energy, to where she has everything she needs. And yes, she can do it alone, but it's not, and maybe it is an individual kind of card. Doesn't mean that you have to do it by yourself. Because remember that the energy, what's pushing you towards, is that 10 of Cups. But this is I can sit back in my life of luxury, doing what it is that I truly love to do, and I don't have to worry about money. Money is there as a tool to help me reach, right? All the grapes are there, the house is there in the background. So the wealth and finances just help you. It's a tool to achieve whatever it is that you want to do. Because there's a brand new beginning that you've been waiting for, this idea, that inspiration. This is that that cup, that offer from here, it turns into this. It's that beginning. It's almost like this is the beginning of the vineyard. See, it's starting to grow right here, and it turns into this. Yes, indeed. And what's interesting is the Knight of Swords. It's upside down. Usually that's one of the fastest one, and it's the message. I feel like it got delayed, or it got stopped for a reason. But now it's able to come in when it's supposed to. It got delayed. So I keep getting this delayed, but it's not stopped. It's not that it's not going to come. It had to be. And it feels very past, because that's what's pushing you forward, is that 10 of Cups. Maybe you've been waiting on this and it just hasn't come in yet, but it will come in. What I find really, really fascinating is you've got the Tower and the home right here, and you've got the home right here. So this is tied in with the Ace of Wands. Yeah, it's that's the branch, and there's all that. It's lots of individual little messages, but it kind of feels like it goes together, and it's also separate. So I know that the cards, that was one message, but this is for some people, the speaking your mind, speaking your truth. This is for another group. Find your peace, find your tribe, find your sanctuary, find where your calm is. Find what brings you joy. And then the last one is allow the changes to happen, because they're meant to. They're meant to change. They're meant to come in, right? And I feel like this chaos and conflict, this is what this Six of Swords is meaning. This is what you're coming away from, or choosing to walk away from. That's you letting it happen so you can go the way that you want to. Many blessings. Really, really exciting. I hope that you found the message that was meant for you. If you have any questions, I do personal readings. You can reach out to me. Many blessings. It's a wonderful day.